gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the worst show ever, episode 23. My name is Colton Clampin, and with me I have three fine gentlemen. One of them you know is Mr. Sean Baker.
That's me.
And Sean, who do we have on our show today?
All right, well, everybody who watches this show knows our very lovely guest, Paul Kilmer, down at the bottom of the screen. Raise your hand. What's up, Paul? Are we in gallery view right now? Colton?
Paul.
Yeah, Paul. He's got his hair slicked back tonight, and he's fucking ready to roll, baby. Yes, sir.
I did that for you, Sean. I did that for sure. I did that for you, man.
You're a liar. You did it for Colton, and we all know it.
Probably.
I love you, Paul.
We're excited. We're excited to have you tonight, Paul.
Thank you.
We're also very excited to have this special guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Alexander James. Yes, this guy's pretty new on the comedy scene. I haven't known Alexander that long. We were starting to get to know each other a little bit right before this quarantine happened, and that kind of stopped a lot of shit for everybody. But Alexander, why don't you kind of introduce yourself? Tell us about yourself a little bit.
Yeah, bro. I'm Alexander James. You see me around. I was just starting out. I was living in Europe for about 5 years. So I was just coming back to America, and I was starting to get into the whole comedy thing. It's fucking kicking off. I think we have the sickest community, really embracing. Things were really going good, and then it all just got shut down. So here I am, just here with you guys. I'm happy to be a part of this. It's fucking awesome.
Where are you at in your quarantine? You're in San Diego right now?
Yeah, I'm in San Diego. Yeah, it's I hung out with a lot of you guys, seen you guys a lot of the same spots, doing the same mics before everything shut down.
Hell yeah. And while we're all on kind of shutdown, lockdown shit here, I know that, people are kind of loosening up a little bit. We're in early stages of kind of reopening the state. California is a little bit stricter than other states, which, I mean, it could be a good thing. We'll find out how many people start dying in some of these other states. But it's hard because just like you said, it all came to a halt. And if you're not a comedian or you're just getting started as a comic, one of the hardest things is getting started. There's so many things that are against you. One, just going out late at night. Almost every night of the week, right? So when was the last time you did that? So if you're gonna commit, you got to say, hey, I got to go out. I got to go to all these mics. When are the mics? When can I get stage time? So now you're exhausted, and the material that you have is just fucking dog shit, right? Because you're new. Everybody's fucking trying. Everybody's starting out. Unless you're Mike Bentley, he did really good in his first year, dude. For some reason, I crushed it in his first year. Shout out to Mike Bentley. All right, but when this thing came to a halt, that momentum that we all had, that just being out every night, working on material, going out, trying it, just comes to a halt, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like your body just feels like it needs to be out. You got to be doing something, and there's nothing that you could do. And in many ways, people try to find an outlet for that. They try to find something else. That's why we're on this fucking Zoom show right now. I mean, who the hell knew Zoom existed, right? Until the quarantine happened and the whole world was forced to get this shit. So we started this show, where this is episode 23, and we do 3 of them a month and 3 of them a week. My bad. That's the thing that kind of keeps us going, something to look forward to. And you're a part of something that's really unique and something that's kind of actually getting a lot of recognition right now, and that's the drive-out comedy. A lot of people have been kind of talking about this. It's been getting some recognition. I'm just going to share my screen real quick as we talk about this. All right, so here it is right here, Drive Up Comedy. If you guys are not following them, follow them right now on Instagram. A lot of cool shit here. So first, I guess you guys got pretty much a little bit of a shout out on the Joe Rogan podcast. Let's play that.
Yeah, we knew kind of because of the timing that it was about us, but it wasn't a solidified, it wasn't set in stone. But I think a lot of other things indicated later that it was for sure.
Let's play that clip real quick. You think we'll be all right, Colton?
Yeah, play it.
Oh, geez, there he goes. I've seen some like drive-in things that popped up in the last couple of weeks. I don't know how successful they've been, but it's like music, right? EDM, and then I think a couple comedians have tried. Oh, really? Parking lot comedy or something. Yeah. Oh, geez, there he goes.
So that was an episode with Tom Papa, and him and Jamie were discussing that, which is fucking dope, dude. I mean, you guys are clearly doing something right. The fact that, I mean, it's only been what, 4 weeks you guys have been doing it?
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, Jim wanted to do the first one maybe like 4 weeks ago, and it's just been so much love, so much support, and really a lot of momentum, behind it.
Yeah, and then you on Kill Tony, they were actually talking about it. They have been doing it from the Better Buzz Studios, and David Lucas, who is a regular now on Kill Tony, was actually discussing it because did he show up yesterday at your guys' show?
No, actually, he was out late filming, so he said he wouldn't be able to make it. He's going to come to the next one.
Okay.
But out of the few people that I had messaged, he was the only one that came through on the day, and he came out and supported. And when it was his time, man, he went up, and it was a really unique situation because it was right as the cops were pulling up, and yeah, it was kind of like he was still going to go up, And we were looking to him because we were like, everyone's a little bit kind of sketchy already about being out. There's different levels of comfort, so I was like, maybe he's not going to want to be involved now. And no, sure enough, man, he wanted to come up, and the cop ended up getting involved. He told him he better be funny, and that man just roasted the cop, man. He roasted him until he left, dude. It was one of the greatest moments, dude. Couldn't ask for a better first LA mic.
That's a pretty funny story, actually. Of course, the big black guy standing in there, and the cops show up, right? Out of everybody, right? Is that what?
Yeah, that was what he said. He's like, oh, they seen a black guy was gonna perform. That's why they pulled up. And from there, it was perfect, dude. He opened with a laugh. Yeah.
So what happened? So he did. How much time did these comics get to do?
Here's the thing. It's 5 minutes, but it's run loose because honestly, all these Zooms and things like that, it's still a little bit of a different experience because when you go up and you see the real people again, the anxiety's back. None of us, I think, are worked out. So some people go up, they want to do 5. Maybe they used to do 10, 15, 20. And now after a few minutes, it's kind of like, where am I? What am I doing? But it's really cool to see as they come back to another one, they get back into the groove. It's like we have no other way to practice this art other than doing that.
Fuck yeah.
That Kill Tony clip real quick.
Yeah.
We got David Lucas talking about it.
So, David, how are these outdoor shows going for you? So it's cool because they stay in the car.
It was my first one. Yeah, everybody stays in their car. I mean, some people were outside of their car, but they have it hooked up to where the people in their cars can turn it to. So this weekend it was 107.7, and you can actually hear the comedy.
Okay.
Instead of like.
Now you've got my attention. It's like a real drive-in.
Yeah, clubs are doing it too in Arizona, like big clubs.
Pull your microphone. Your microphone's rubbing up against your breast.
They would have so they flash their lights and shit.
I love it. It's cool. That's what they do if they're laughing. What parking lot was it in Burbank this week?
At Fry's, some shit you probably don't know.
Yeah. Oh heck yeah, you love fries.
And you love guys.
Hey.
Yeah, man. I mean, look at this. So the list. Can you talk a little bit about how comics can sign up for this list? I mean, look at this fucking thing. This is the Los Angeles list. This was on May 16th.
This is the list that
yesterday. So this was. So you had 33 people sign up. It looks like you had up to G on the alt list. And how long does this take? How long were you guys there? Was it a success? How do you get on the list? Is that? Can you talk about that on the show, or do you want to?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. No. Here's the thing. Jim, he was running around. He was collecting. Because people were sharing this post about the sign up when the mic first started, And so it was really hard because it was getting shared in multiple groups, and we wanted to make sure that everyone that was trying to get on was getting entered in, because this is actually the result of the randomly selected. We're getting around 70 signups per city. This is all the, the only thing that's, this is actually just the result of what we select. But then I actually found a way, and we moved to digital signups. So now we'll have a link we drop every Monday, and there'll be one for Los Angeles, one for San Diego. And you can sign up there. It'll collect all the names. Doesn't matter if you sign up a little bit later. It's all randomly selected when we close on Thursday. And then the list goes up. And, if there's any cancellations or anything, there's like a first alt list. But you should always show up, because once we go through the list, we just keep putting people up that want to go up until, we can't go anymore. Or everyone's too tired or everyone's gone. We just want to give people stage time. I think that's the most important thing. And that's how it all started.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. 2 spots, you're doing San Diego on Fridays and then LA on Saturdays. Is that how it's kind of starting to roll out now?
Yeah, we did the first LA last week, and then the second one this week. It's been nothing but support. It was starting in San Diego, and people were coming down from Los Angeles, and it was kind of like, hey, why don't we do an LA show? And Jim was like, yeah, this weekend. And so, we just went for it, and everyone turned out. We didn't even know where we were going to do it yet, anything. We were kind of just like, build it and they will come. It's always been like the motto for this project so far.
Yeah, I mean, fucking awesome. I want to welcome everybody right now. We're very glad that to have this guy just join the room right now. This is one of the guys who's running this whole thing. This is one of my favorite comics. He's a very, very funny guy, very funny person to be around. Just a genuine good dude. Like there's very few people that bring a smile to your face when you see him. And to me, Jim Pine is one of those guys. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jim Pine.
Oh, man, thank you. Thank you. Sean, thank you. You're too kind. He says that because we battled each other in a roast battle. That was your first roast battle. He said, what do? I said, if you want to win, make fun of my daughter. And he did, and he beat me pretty good. So, yes, hats off.
Thank you, my friend. That was pretty fun. Man, I miss those parties, dude. You think there'll be roast battles at the drive-in shows?
Hell yeah! But then we can like make it violent though, like fuck hugging at the end. Like you throw it out.
Can you like run over him? Can you run over him a little bit? Just kind of like give him a little nudge with the car?
I don't see why you can't.
Jim, tell us about this. How did this whole thing get started?
I did a show. This guy James Hosford, just before the whatever COVID pandemic Corona thing happened. It was like middle of March, and he told me he was doing this FM transmission. People could sit in their cars. I was like, that sounds awful. And then the world collapsed, and I was like, well, I'm ordering one of these things, because I actually had a lot of fun. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was a lot of fun. It's hard, but it was fun, So that's how it all started. I did a guy's show, and I told him I'm buying one of these transmitters that night, this FM transmitter. And from there, we've just run hard with it. We just showed up one day.
What does the FM transmitter do?
What we do is you basically have a whole setup of like, mic cord stand. Everything's just like you would have on a stage, but the cord plugs into this FM transmitter. You get them on Amazon for like $100, $200. And it takes the frequency, transmit it over the FM airwaves, and then all the cars can listen in.
Does it go to a certain distance only?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a mile, it's a little under a mile, and that keeps it within the limits of it being legal. Because if you go too large, you have to have an FCC license.
All right, so you keep the location disclosed because you don't want anybody causing any problems beforehand. I guess if you sign up on the Monday and you make the list, would that person be notified of the location? Because I know it's kind of secretive.
Yeah, we start reaching out to people, but then because there's so many people, and we're now doing the 2 mics, one in LA and one in San Diego, it's like so hectic during those days. So we just put it out like, hey, DM us, and then anybody that gets in touch with us, we're like, spread the word to your friends. Don't post it on social media. We're getting to the point where we could probably just post the address on social media, because we're getting past that. In the beginning, we had to do it because people were really nervous, and that, which is fine about this virus. And we were scared people were gonna like try to rat us out. So that's why we did it, to be honest with you. That was the reasoning. But now it's like there's so much love that, you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
The cops don't care. The cops don't care. They show up. They do not care. They're good with us.
They enjoy it.
That's what I wanted to ask you. I mean, I know that there's a lot of people who want to go, but they're nervous. You know, they're scared that you know, what if we show up and there's fucking, because maybe they can see the list is posted and then all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, that seems like a lot of people. I don't want to get arrested for this shit. But you've had a couple encounters with the police already,
Yeah.
And they've been pretty positive. I mean, at the most part, what do they do? Tell you to they maybe just kind of recommend that you move along, and then you guys pack up and just go somewhere else and just continue to roll out? I mean, what?
The worst that we've had is it's not a recommendation. It's like you have to leave the property. You're trespassing, and I'm always like, hey, dude, we're out. You don't even have to get out of your car. Your night's good. I will walk away. I'm gonna get on a microphone. I'm gonna take care of this whole crowd. You don't even have to deal with it. And every time that's the worst case scenario. Like that happened last night. But both cops were cool. Like they were super cool. We went to another lot after that, and me and Alexander sitting there watching cops drive past where we were at, and they kicked us out of the spot before and didn't care because they didn't get a call to kick us out. Because he pulled up the one time, the cop was like, I don't want to kick you out. You guys, this is awesome. But the owner said you got to leave, so you got to leave. And we're like, all right, we're out. And actually in LA, we just jumped to another spot and keep the mic going both weeks now and got everybody up. Last night we finished at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Wow. And what time did it start? 6 o'clock?
6:30. Yeah, 6:30.
So 6:30 to 11.
Last night, man.
Wow.
We got home late, dude.
So how many comics do you think you got up last night?
40, I'd say, maybe a little over 40 in LA. In San Diego, we got about 35. We got shut down in LA on Friday night by a security guard. Once again, I go and handle hey guys, we got to go, or they're going to call the cops, and then we don't want any trouble. That's our whole thing. We're here to make things cool. You were talking about it earlier, like people might be nervous. They see this big list of people, then maybe they shouldn't come. Because I want everybody to feel really safe, and whatever makes you feel safe, you should do.
Exactly.
And you want to show up with a mask on? Show up with a mask on. If you want to social distance when you're out, social distance. I literally had to tell a comic this weekend because he was saying something to another comic about like, oh, take your mask off. And I was like, dude, no. I literally told the comic, like, shut up, dude. Like, that's not fair to do to somebody. Like, they feel comfortable right now. Keep your mask on. I was like, you be comfortable. And I explained to everybody, treat everybody with respect. If they want space, you give it. Like, dude, it's not even, nothing's discussed because everybody gets it. Like,
Yeah.
Everybody finds their own comfort zone, and that's what makes this thing work perfect.
So speaking of safety, do you guys have measures in line that with sanitation or keeping people 6 feet apart?
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk about that just a little bit.
The mics are known to be like disgusting in the comedy scene, like because they never get cleaned. This is literally, I have the cleanest mics in all of comedy because they're cleaner because they came from China, so they're already dirty. So I've cleaned them up. But what we do is we have 2 mic stands. We actually have 3 mic stands, 3 mics. I just operate with 2. And what I do is I clean a whole setup, the mic stand, everything, and I have it ready to go. And the comic finishes their set. I walk up and talk into their mic that they were just talking into, do whatever my announcement is, bring up the next comic, and then I unplug it all. The whole time I'm holding Clorox wipes in my hands. Unplug it, plug it into the new mic, run my hand down the cord, like 5 feet of the cord. And now they have a sanitized setup. And they can, some comics don't touch it. Some people are out, getting Danny, Ragu's out getting crazy with it, But that's it. You're clean and good to go. I let them all know you are, and they watch me. If you're watching, that's all I'm doing the whole time. I'm cleaning. It's fucking crazy.
So it really sounds like it's up for anybody's comfort level. If you're, because look, there's a lot of people who have been socially distanced or just been staying with their family. They're kind of afraid to go outside. Then you have people who are like considered essential workers and they've been out there working every single day, delivering food. And then, so to them, they have no problem pulling the mask off and being close with some of the other people that they haven't seen in a long time. But there's also comics who are like, this is like the 5th time, 6th time I'm leaving my house and I don't want to be around these people. So these guys or girls can just hang out, chill in their car until it's their turn. They can walk up in the middle of a parking lot, clearly stay away from anybody, not touch the microphone, be distant from people, be able to do a a set.
Yeah.
1,000%.
That's awesome.
Literally, because I say their names ahead. Like on deck is Sean Baker coming to the stage now, Colton Harpy. So if Sean Baker's in his car and he's nervous, I'll be like, oh, hey, Sean, I haven't seen you. Are you here? Boom, I'll get a little honk or something. Be like, okay, Sean's here. So when your set comes, you can walk out of your car with a face mask on, walk up, and I don't, you know, in comedy, generally you shake hands or something when you're exchanging like a host and all, but not now. Like, I'll shake people's hands. I'll hug people if they want. Like, I don't care. It's everybody's comfort level. But if you're nervous, like I can tell, and I walk away and you get to go up to the mic. And then when you're done, you get to leave. And you don't have to be near anybody. You don't even have to touch the microphone. And you get to perform comedy, but you get to feel like a human again. To me, that's like what we're doing. We're making everybody, as me and Alexander keep saying, we keep breaking the matrix right now. Like everybody walks in nervous sometimes if they haven't been there, a mask and then by the end they're just hanging out, hugging, and like I'm human again. They feel great. That's been the best thing, you know. Honestly, the human interaction, and we all get to be together again. It's been it, right, Alexander?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's like some people, it's like we respect all the levels of comfort, and some people have forgot that it's okay to be normal, you know. And it's like, yeah, we take risks every day. For me, it's like I don't push my opinion on anyone. It's like I'm willing to take that little bit of risk because that social interaction and expressing myself and doing what I love is important to me. You know what I mean? I should take all safety measures that I can, but I'm not gonna live to the extreme. You know, it'd be like not surfing because of sharks or not driving because of car accidents. There's certain risks, there's certain things, and yeah, you know, that's it.
Dude, there are sharks. I'll debate you on this. Alexander has my surfboard right now because I don't surf anymore because I'm like, fuck, I'm done. Sharks scare me. That's my big pussy thing. Sharks, not germs, sharks.
So you guys were talking about digital signups. Where do people go? Like, how does that work? Because
that's Alexander.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. So the best thing, you should follow either the Instagram, the Facebook, any of the social media, and we'll be posting the links. And there'll be a link. It'll end in SD if it's San Diego. I've taken all the links down now because sign-up closed until Monday. But on Monday, you'll see the new sign-up links drop.
So on Instagram, what is the handle people can follow you guys at?
Drive Up Comedy.
Okay, let me pull it up right here so we
So
can.
dope that you're able to get such a cool name that other people would try to get, but you're the OGs.
We got lucky.
We got the domain. We locked in a few things.
Fuck yeah.
Comedy on Instagram. What else you on? What's your Facebook?
Oh, me personally, I'm Alexander J Comedy.
I'm James Pine, and Instagram is J Pine Comic, I think.
I wanted to show you guys this real quick. This looks like fucking fun to me. I don't know. I saw this.
Dude, you want to hear the story about that? That was yesterday, dude. Yeah.
This was yesterday up in LA.
Bro, we picked this spot. We're in the parking lot. We're up in Glendale, and this guy pulls up with this sick Caprice, and I see it on the trailer. We were kind of like, oh, he's going to be in the spots where we want people to park. And I was like, I'm going to go talk to him. And I was like, man, maybe he'll do like a little promo video. So I went over there to talk to him, you know, checking out the car. I was like, hey, man, how about we do a little video? And I handed Jim the mic, and that was the first take. You know, Jim just went all in.
Yo, let's do it. I'm gonna play it real quick.
Yeah,
Blow shit up. Who fucking cares? I don't. That's what you're about. Crazy. I get so sick, dude.
So he just randomly drove up through there.
Yeah, I went to talk to him, and I was like, dude, will you pull around and do this thing for us? Because we're about to do an open mic. I was like, if you're not going to be here, would you shoot this, bro? And I was like, you're going to do it, Jim? And he was like, hell yeah. And so I was like, all right, pull the mic over. And he pulled up, bro. We went in.
That's awesome.
That was fun.
Go on the website. Check out their Instagram, Drive Up Comedy. Katie Orchard has been taking a lot of photographs. They've been sharing them all on the
dude,
website.
definitely. Look, KDO Media, dude, she's been hooking it up, bro. She's getting a lot of sick shots, capturing these moments because I think this is gonna be a historical thing, man. So big shout out to KDO Media for sure.
Jesse,
You know, Sean, man, come get some shots too, bro. We'd love to see you, bro. I know you're a sick photographer, man.
Thank
Come
you.
document it.
yo, we
Appreciate
have a sound guy too, Jesse
Oh,
Hogan. We started this like the first week we did it, and this kid Jesse Hogan came to watch because he's bored. Came out of the house to watch some comedy. He comes up to me, he's like, "Dude, I can do sound." I was like, "If you can do sound, do it." I was like, "I'm overwhelmed," and he took it from there. And now we literally every show we have a sound guy.
Crazy.
Better than the open mics at the Madhouse. We wouldn't even have a sound guy for the open mics. Like, we got sound, baby.
Yeah,
And he's
man.
incredible. The
He's
kid's
awesome.
incredible.
He will pick the best songs for you. Really, man. Big shout out, dude. Jesse, he kills it with the intros, dude. You can get custom intros if you want.
Shout out to
dude.
Jesse.
Yes.
Does he do? He does stand up as well?
No.
Oh no shit. Okay.
He's a
Dude,
sound
loves
dude.
sound. He's passionate about sound, bro.
Oh,
It's
wow,
him
okay.
and do what he loves also, man. Everyone.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's what I fucking love about this shit. It's like, just like, you know, when going over to Madhouse, I'll go over to Madhouse, just go right in the booth, set up, fucking get ready to do down. Everybody's just so willing to help. No one's getting paid to help out. They're just fucking happy to help. They're happy to try to help put on a good show. It's always better to do a mic when there's some fucking music in between the the open micers.
It's so good.
Yeah, and Mike, I mean, for those who've never seen,
It makes a difference, dude. Really.
Yo, man, sure it does. But Jim fucking cracks me up because this guy fucking, one time, so we were at and he's done this multiple times, but the first time I remember he was lighting up a blunt, getting ready to fucking, just right about to go outside, and I knew that he was right about to go on deck. I'm like, dude, aren't you fucking next? And then all of a sudden, like Nathan Driver come out with his camera, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then he gets off the stage, goes out the side door, and he's outside of Madhouse, and he's smoking a blunt on the street, doing material just in front of everybody inside. You can still clearly see him from everybody who is sitting inside and watching. He's stopping random people on the street. They're sharing the blunt together. They're just saying stupid shit. It was just fucking dope to watch this shit. I mean, this is good, man. So that's why when like you see something like this, it's just Drive Up Comedy, and Jim Pine being like the fucking one of the main dudes behind this shit. It's because, you know, he thinks outside the box, you know.
Apparently, I don't like doing comedy inside a comedy club. I guess that's what I just learned. Dude, I want to do a shout out also, dude. With like the music's cool, but without a killer spot, we can't do this every week. And the guy who started this all with me and Alexander, is Chris Espinoza. So literally, he's the guy that finds me the spots every week. He's our spot master. He's got all the spots, and he's also helped me with a couple other things. So shout out to Chris Espinoza. Yeah, that's my man. He's part of our team.
It's the trifecta. Yeah, look, keep that picture, dude. Look at that one. Big sack.
Look at that. He needs that haircut again, dude. Is that when he was on Criminal Minds?
Yeah, man. You guys are fucking awesome for doing that shit. And last episode we were saying, I know both me and Sean haven't had the opportunity to do that, but it's fucking amazing that opportunity is there if we want that. You know, it's super cool that you guys are doing this, and comics listening, who are, you know, new and old or any stage of the game. It's just fucking dope that this opportunity is there, because without this, what is there to do? You know,
There was
nothing.
none.
Yeah, there's nothing as far as stand-up goes. There's the shows. Me and Sean started this because we didn't want to do the shows that everyone else is doing. We don't want to fucking do a stand-up show and then you're looking at squares and people are like, I don't even know if my camera's on, you know? We don't want that. So we started doing, I don't even know what this is. I don't know what the worst show ever is, but we started it and it's going somewhere. And dude, honestly, hats off to you guys, because it's fucking dope, man.
And
it's
Thanks.
fucking cool.
Thank you.
And also, real quick, just to touch on Chris Espinoza, because Dude, I love Chris, and when you look at the people who are behind this, you know, Jim Pine, James Alexander, Chris Espinosa. I mean, it's no wonder it's so successful already, and it's already making names.
Our team is so awesome.
I mean, these are some solid dudes who know how to get shit done. I'll never. Chris Espinosa means a lot. He means a lot to me. He's the first person. I remember one time I was at a dispensary, and I see Chris, and we were just crossing paths on the way into the dispensary, and we were like, "Oh shit, what's up, man?" And this was years ago, and he's like, "Hey man, have you ever done a show before?" And I was like, "Nah." He's like, "Yo, you want to do one at Madhouse?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" So he gave me my very first show that I've ever done. You know, Chris Espinosa. You know, I'll never forget him for that. And since then, he's continued to put me on other great shows. There's this one. I wish I can remember the name of it right now. It's up in LA, and I'll never forget the first time I was
Black Market.
Is that what it is? Have you ever been in it? Did you do that show?
I have never done it, but I know what you're talking. It's like 710 Black Market or something.
Dude, it's such a fucking weird spot, bro. I'll never forget this shit because you walk inside. The DJ, when he gives you the mic, it's like a 4-foot mic cable. So literally, you go to walk onto the stage and you're dragging his equipment across the fucking stage. And then you have some old lady sitting in the back of the room selling all of her homegrown and cannabis and all of her fucking weed or pre-rolls. And then you buy that shit from her or don't. Just go into the back and just blaze up and just get stoned on their patio. So nobody wanted to watch us. They just wanted to get high on the fucking patio. But dude, it was a cool show. It was a great experience. It was my first show that I was doing up in LA before I was doing any of the Ice House shows. And it was really cool just driving up and then like all of a sudden you see like the Hollywood sign and you're on your way to do stand-up comedy. And like it's that feeling that you get. You're like, oh shit, like what the fuck is going on? You know, and it's just like so minor at the time, but it's just so big at the same time. I remember right after that show, we left. A bunch of us left and went right over to we went over to the where was it? It was the Improv. And
Nicole Davis.
We went on to we went over to the Hollywood Improv right after the show and tried to get up on the open mic. And my name ended up getting called, dude, and I was not ready at all for that shit. So the whole thing is, I didn't want to smoke before my set over during Chris Espinosa's show, so I waited like all day. But then as soon as that shit was over, I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna get blazed. But then we went over to the Improv, and I was with Raul Zambrano, Remy Perez, I think maybe Mike Friedman, and we were like, what are the odds our name is gonna get picked? Fucking 0. So let me go to my car real quick. And then I got super high and I came back inside. But now my seat's been taken. I'm sitting right next to the actual booker, the booker of the club. She's got her laptop out, and I'm halfway sitting on her lap like an asshole. I'm like, yo, you guys got to move over. Please move down a little bit. So now I'm squeezed right next to her, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, what am I going to do? What's my 3 minutes going to be? And I didn't want to pull my phone out right next to her with a light going on in the middle of the fucking show. And then meanwhile, this guy on stage just crushed it, and she's yelling out, "What's your name? What's your name?" And then he's like, and I'm like, "Oh shit!"
I'm done, dude.
Yo, so then they fucking called Sean Baker out of the bucket. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, no! And like, you would be excited to get called up at the fucking Improv in Hollywood, but I was not ready at all for that shit. And my set.
That's Sean with a W or a U?
SHAUN.
Oh, it's me. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, that's Nicole Davis. She was at our show yesterday and last week.
Yeah, dude. Shout out.
Shout out to Nicole Davis from the Improv.
Oh yeah.
She's solid people, bro.
Hell yeah. Is she an older woman? How old is she an older woman?
No.
Nicole
She's
Davis.
Young and beautiful and thin.
Yeah, that's the woman I was sitting next to.
That's a good answer right there.
Totally agree with that.
Dude, when we switched spots yesterday, I had taken a picture of her. And when we switched spots, the cops came. It gets all frantic. Everybody leaves, and I'm like, I put her picture up yesterday, and I wrote fries under it. And next thing you know, we had to pull it down. She's like, I don't like that picture. So it was like funny. Just the whole work into like our lives yesterday. Like we had to pull the picture. And it's funny, she went up already, and then she went up. People follow us due to the next mic. This is Chris. And dude, Chris Espinosa gave me my first paid gig too, dude. My first paid gig. I got paid $50 to host a show at Green Flash Brewery for that brewery tours thing he does, dude. And then I also got to do more shows for him. Chris Espinosa is fucking epic, to just bring it back around. He's honestly a really good vibe in our San Diego community. And it's nice because you showed those pictures of him. He looks good now because he used to be a fat fuck. So it's nice. He's thin now. He's all, he's dieseled up.
Yeah, no, he looks great. He looks great. He's a funny dude. He's a good dude. Some people are just solid guys, and he's for sure one of them. So Chris Espinosa, shout out, Chris Espinosa. Shout out, dude. Yeah, I want to make sure I said that because he's part of our team, and he's like, it's me, him, and Alexander are really, that's us three. And I don't know, we got big things on the horizon with all this going on. It's fucking dope. We're trying to do shows. We want to take it from the open mic to do just shows. And it's working out. We're starting to try to find some private lots in San Diego and LA. And we're going to produce some, we're going to produce some shows, and that's what we really want to also do. But the open mic's really important for comedians and their sanity and their mental health, and they get to perform. Because if you perform, dude, listen, it's basically get prepared to bomb when you're doing our show. Yeah. You're prepared to bomb.
I'm telling you.
But you might get laughs, and if you get laughs, and if we're in a place where you can honk, you get the honks and the lights, it feels better than almost anything ever. You're like, oh, I just crushed when everybody bombed. Like, it's one of those moments. But yeah, dude, I'd love to see you guys out if you're ever comfortable to come out. If you put your name on that list, I don't know. There's a chance you'll get on, like probably 100%. So,
fuck yeah. Hey, you know what I was gonna say to you guys? So they do like the drive-in theaters and shit. I wonder if there's a way you guys could connect with. I think it's in Chula Vista or down south somewhere. If you could connect with, to have people park their cars. It's like a little drive-up thing like this, and then you could project the comic's image onto the screen to start doing shows. That'd be fucking dope, man, for you guys.
It would be so much better if they couldn't play movies. So that's why we have to like compete, because they can get their $10 a head for the movie. So we've looked into it and contacted and been full contact. Like we did that weeks ago. But unfortunately, they're like, wait, we couldn't sell a ticket to this place, and now we're sold out. So they want a lot of money. So we're going to have to do this the same way we just decided to do comedy, and we're going to have to go guerrilla style and find a different avenue and make our own parking lots with our own stages and just make this all happen. If we have to rent a truck, I'll bring in a U-Haul box truck and have the comic climb up on top and be 15 feet above everybody if I have to for a stage. We'll make it happen. It won't be safe, but
I'll talk to you guys after. There's a portable projector that you guys could get that would, but
100%. Yeah. No, that's what we're about. We just keep adding on. We started with $107 unit and some mic cables and some mics I bought, and next thing you know, we're putting on a show. Well, we're putting on open mics, but these things are enormous. Like there was over 50 cars at our last open mic, probably over 100 people, all throughout a whole parking lot. So these things are huge. And with most open mics, it's people come in and leave. Here, it becomes an open mic plus a place where we can all congregate and become a community if you so choose that you want to get out and talk with everybody. You're comfortable.
Fuck yeah.
I was thinking how cool it could be, like if you were able to like go to a club and say, hey, listen, you guys have a massive parking lot here, or
we're due. Yeah. If you know anything, please tell us. Yeah. Because we show up to gym parking lots and produce comedy shows in them.
Yeah.
And somewhere else in LA, that's our new favorite spot. It's already been broadcast hardcore. That's what we went back to the Fries last night, dude, and rocked.
Yeah, dude.
We rocked so hard. No honking, and the cops just drove by in the lot. Didn't even come our way. There was like, we didn't get a call. We don't care. And that's Burbank police, who are known head crackers. And they're super cool to us, dude. Once again, we've had zero interactions with a cop. Was it all negative? Like, the law. If we're trespassing, we leave. If the first cop, okay, here, this is the best.
Dude,
the first cop we ever interacted with, we were in IKEA parking lot in Mission Valley. And we're doing the comedy. The comic's kind of ending, and Alexander spots him way off, so we knew he was coming. We didn't stash anything. We didn't have anything to stash, but we got everything cleaned up. And by the time the cop got there, we're ready. And I'm like, hey, comic. It was Joseph Thorne. I'm like, oh, there's a police officer here. And he's like, here's the mic. I'm like, I got you. So I'm walking back to my car with the mic. The cop is pulling up, and he's like, hey, we got a call. There's a fight. I'm like, no fight, officer. No fights here. We're just all hanging out. He's like, okay. And he goes to pull away, but he cracks his head back. He's like, is that a microphone in your hand? I'm like, yeah, we're doing a comedy show. And he immediately goes, I want to listen. And I go, well, tune your radio to, that night, whatever, 89.7 or whatever it was that. We'll say 107.7, because that's what we do now. But
107's been the one.
he tuned into the radio, pulls away about 30 feet, and I go back to the stage area, which is basically just a parking lot space. And I'm there, and I'm like, all right, so who else didn't get up? Who wants to go up? And it's just crickets. I asked 3 times, crickets. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Now we look like we're throwing a fight. Like, there was a fight. Now, like, oh. So I'm like, I got to perform now for this guy. So I went to start jokes, like, like a set or something. And I was like, nah, it's not going to work. So I crowd work with the cop.
Yeah.
And he goes to react. I'm like, you married? You got kids? And he goes to react to me and like yell back out his window. But then he's like, wait. He grabs his microphone and he's like, wife, no kids. And you hear him in the video, it's clear. Like, what? Like, what's going on? And we go back and forth. I'm like, hey, I tell him, and so we can break laws, right? Like minor laws, you're allowing us to break them. You won't arrest us. And he starts laughing. He's like, minor ones. It was super cool. He was such a good vibe. I said, give it up for the police, and every car just honking their horn, because now they could, and just honking their horn hard. And it all ended with the
security. He was
I'm looking across the lot. I'm doing this. I'm interacting. Everything's going crazily good. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I see a security guard coming, like walking like 300 feet away. I see this. I'm like, I got a cop here, and you're going to come up here, you prick. And he was walking up, and I was like, oh, great. The cops are here. You're supporting me, but the security guard's going to shut us down. And I look over to the cop, and I go, anything you could do about this? Can you take care of the security for me, officer? And I like do a little hand wave, and he literally drives away within 1 second, handles the security guard.
There's a video.
Finished the show anyway. Nobody else wanted to go up. We finished. I was like, I think that's when you're supposed to leave. That was an applause break. And that was our first interaction with a cop, and that's when we knew we could do this and not get tickets. And we were fully within our rights, and the cops respect that.
Speaking
It's so cool.
Speaking of minors, shout out to Jim Pine's daughter.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh wait, do not show pictures. Do not pull her Facebook page.
I'm not okay.
You can pull my Facebook page up, and I think there's a picture of her dancing.
It's okay. I've seen all those pictures of her dancing.
Wait, so
that's crazy.
So the cop went over to the security guard, and what happened? He just told him to like fuck off.
The guard, it's no problem.
Beat it.
So did the cop come back to you and say it's all good?
No, another cop pulled up, and then those 2 cops hung out, and then we just packed up, took our time. We did not rush out, especially because I think Joseph Thorne's car's battery died, and they were stuck. But whatever. Hey, Alexander. Side note: we need to get jumper cables and keep them with us for this. Jesus Christ! Like, we bring the water. We need jumper cables.
Hey, you guys want to see a magic trick?
Yeah.
Sean, you got to be more smooth with the introduction to Paul Kilmer.
That was
First of all,
aggressive, bro. That was very aggressive.
we have a legend on our show that has been established at this point. I don't know if you guys have seen the show before, but we have a very, very talented young gentleman from the East Coast. His name is Paul Kilmer, and it is a blessing that he is in our presence right now. Mr. Paul Kilmer, please take it away.
How you doing? Man, I hope I'm good, man, because I have the potential to make you look real bad, Colin.
I look bad regardless, so.
How did you get out of jail, dude? Aren't you that guy that shot the black guy in Georgia?
No, that's the other one.
Okay, you look alike.
It's okay. I get that a lot. I have one of those faces. I decided
Paul,
I
what
wanted
you got
to
for us tonight?
Well, I want to show you a little bit of sleight of hand I can do with this bottle cap. Could you make it so I can see myself?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Do you really want to?
Can you see yourself like that?
Yeah, I don't care.
Hey,
No. I what I had did is I pinned the video so that people watching it, it's full screen on you, but is that better this way? Uh-oh. Hold on. You're muted, Paul.
You're going time now.
All right.
Is that better?
I'm back.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to show you something I can do with this bottle cap. All I got to do is toss it up and I can catch it like that.
Hey-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that one's easy. There's just a hole drilled into the top of the cap. But if you're pretty...
Wait, Jim's not even watching. For Christ's sakes, Jim, you're not even looking at the screen.
It's okay. I don't blame him. If you just rub the top of the cap, you can get the hole to disappear.
what?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. That was... So let me show you the thing that I really wanted to show you. This one's cool. I was gonna teach you guys how to tie a noose, but that could be...
Is there a name? Is this called the Jeffrey Epstein? What's the name of this chick?
No. Actually, it would be called the Hillary Clinton, and...
So you're gonna die.
No. At least I hope. I mean, one day. I mean, we're all just walking obituaries. You know what I mean?
God, right?
I know. It's like I
don't think magicians can die, though, right, Paul? I don't think magicians ever die.
Oh, that's a
But
lie.
they're never
Anyway,
alive. They're the devil.
I wouldn't say that. The devil was way more interesting than I am. But
Where'd you buy this
basically,
rope?
this is a classic of magic where you cut the rope. And what happens is that I'm going to show you the original way it was done. What you do is you tuck the ends, the cut portion, into the rope, and then you restore the rope. So now it's one piece again.
You tied a knot in your hand. Nice, bro.
Yeah, no, I know. It's a work in progress, but if you kind of tug on it, you can get the knot to fall off the rope.
Oh, just like
Paul
that.
Kilmer.
Dude, I just watched
Kilmer.
Paul knot, bro. He just nodded on screen.
Oh God!
Paul, do you
I should've brought some
do
napkins.
you have a card trick? Because my favorite tricks are the card ones.
Yeah, I can show you a card. This one is right up your alley.
Okay. See ya.
So, how this works is, have you ever heard of estimation?
Is that a rapper?
It could be.
Okay.
I'm not on Instagram. So basically how this works is that there are 52 cards in a deck, right? If you choose one, that becomes a 1 in 52 chance of me nailing your card, right?
Yes.
But if I have you take a card out, I could immediately manipulate it. So we're going to try something else. But I'm just going to show you that this deck, they're not all the same. They're all different. God, you remind me of my mom. Anyway, so this is what's going to happen. Oh, God, that's the music of angels. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna shuffle this deck, and Colton, all you've got to do is just say stop.
Stop.
Okay. Can you see that card?
Yes.
You got it?
Yes.
What's gonna happen is I've actually already know what card you chose because I've eliminated all the other ones in my head. And I'm just gonna show you one by one that your card is actually not even in the deck anymore. It's completely gone. I'm gonna go one by one. As you can see, your card is gonna disappear. I'm gonna go through all the cards because it's not like we have anything to do right now. As you can see, I'm really good at throwing crap on the floor. You can see that you're
Is that
not
Joker
involved.
naked?
Yes.
Who picks these cards up?
That 9 of clubs that you chose is now gone because Colton, you didn't actually see a 9 of clubs because there wasn't one in the deck. So I don't know what you saw. Every single card,
dude,
is normal except the 9
Where?
of clubs.
Damn
take
it,
his
Paul.
shirt off. It's on his
Where
chest.
is Paul? Where the hell is my card? Because that's my main priority right now. Is that
It's
fucking
in your
card?
pocket.
Yeah,
If it's in your pocket right now, dude, I'm gonna lose my shit.
It's not, Sean. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I'm getting nervous because these pants don't have pockets, so I'm really starting to freak out.
We should
It's
have
in that front pocket.
set something up before the show because how cool would that have been?
That
You
would
guys
have been
are
really
amazing.
Wait, so did you just show us 51 cards and that was the trick?
yeah.
No, I showed you 51 cards. He memorized one and that disappeared.
Did he? Was that the one, Colton?
Yeah, so it was the same thing. It's exactly what Jim.
Wow.
this man Googled your trick, dude.
It's exactly what Jim said.
Dude, I love magicians. I just don't trust them.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Don't trust them, though. They'll
You
steal
shouldn't
your
trust
watch.
anyone.
They'll steal your girlfriend.
Hey Jim.
I've spent many nights Venmoing Paul, and I didn't even know I was doing it. So,
What?
shout out to Paul Kilmer.
Was he
You
hot
guys are
blonde in
awesome.
his profile?
Hey Jim. So Sean McCall was saying, what happened to the escaped mental patient chick? Do you know what that means?
Oh, yeah, dude. We had this chick with scabs on her stomach yesterday.
Shit. What? Yeah, sounds real
okay.
safe.
You know what? I probably shouldn't say that as promotional for our thing, but some chick was walking by, and then Jesse Hogan, our sound guy, probably was peeing in the weeds or something. He has a hot girlfriend with him. He's got this hot chick with him. They got a hotel room for the night, the whole thing.
Shout out to Jim.
And he starts
Hart's
talking to this fucking psychotic crackhead who's just gotten out of the hospital. She's drinking out of one of the cups, like these giant pitchers they give you in the hospital. That's what her drinking cup is. At one point, she has her shirt off, and I see she's still got like the things on her chest. You plug like
Nipples,
do
dude.
chest monitoring or whatever. Like, what's
Oh, like the EKG fucking.
yes. Yeah.
Still plugged in, dude.
And I'm gonna be honest, I took control by the end. This fucking idiot, I love Jesse Hogan, you idiot.
Oh, yeah.
You fucking idiot. He drove her from the first mic location to the second.
Wait, hold on a second. This
Yes,
bitch with the scabs and shit got in his car and went.
Bro,
he rolled a 0 on Street Smart, bro.
no Corona happening, you don't let her in your car. Corona happening, you don't even talk to her in like
No
real life.
Corona,
Like you
no
just
talk to
look the other way. What do you want, $1? Beat it. So I bought her off. I'm like, hey, here's a couple waters, you need to leave. And then she tried to like, what do you mean? I'm like, I mean, you need to leave. Go be homeless away from us somewhere else. And it's not nice, but everybody was creeped out. Like, we got a virus going on. This chick is the AIDS monkey of viruses. Like, she has wounds on her belly. You can't.
Ugh.
Bro.
Yeah.
What
She
the-
looks like she just been like attacked by mosquitoes. Bro.
Yo, you guys are gonna fuck up that drive-out comedy show now. Everybody's getting sick.
No, dude, no, because we burned her. We burned
That
her.
motherfucker is driving this lady around, bro. What the fuck is wrong with him?
We see he
Why
doesn't
did he
touch
do that
nothing
shit?
because he's retarded. No, Jesse messed up. He's young. Maybe he thought he was gonna have a threesome with him and his girl. All right?
Yeah.
He didn't. She had a cute face. I'm gonna be
How old
honest.
was she?
She had a cute face.
How old was she?
25.
Yeah.
All right, that changes the story a little bit.
Yeah, she wasn't bad looking except
Oh yeah.
for
No.
wounds on the
All right,
belly.
This is what I'm picturing in my head. I was picturing probably like 48. She's
No teeth.
walking around with the robe, drinking out of the thing with her IV unit, walking through the parking
No.
lot. That's what I'm picturing.
No. Totally, you would get head from this chick. She's cute.
What was she wearing?
Except that she had scabs all over her belly.
Ugh.
Well, what were the scabs caused by? Did anyone know?
What the fuck?
Dude, do you think I talked to her? Look at me. I yelled at her and gave her waters to leave. I was like, I'll give you a cupcake to leave. I'll buy it for you. Just leave. I didn't ask where the scabs came from. That she's a disgusting crackhead. And she's gross. And I hope she has corona and dies. Seriously.
No. You hope
Seriously.
she doesn't have corona, because if she does have corona, then your sound man's got corona.
Nope.
Which means, you know.
Yeah, he don't touch nothing. He touches his
Yeah, he
phone,
stays in
dude.
his
He
car.
don't touch
We
my
don't
mic.
live anymore.
All right, good.
Yeah.
That shit tried to get near my sanitation table, and I almost kicked her in the chest. Like, it's like, you gotta go, bitch. No, I was not happy. She's disgusting. We don't deal with homeless people. Like, you can't hang out.
Didn't Dusty
You need a car
didn't
to
Dusty
hang out.
have his
Car,
ambulance there?
drive up. You gotta drive up, not walk up. That's the first requirement to our comedy show. You gotta drive up, not walk up.
She's like that person trying to walk through the drive-through McDonald's. She's like, come on, man, just let me fucking go, all right? Hurry in.
We gave him the shout out earlier. Hopefully he stopped watching at this point. But Jesse Hogan learned a valuable lesson yesterday. That's it.
Yeah.
He's a nice kid. He learned a valuable lesson. Stay away from crackheads.
Yeah.
You hear that, guy? Stay the fuck away from crackheads, man. They're gonna.
A hippie. She had dreadlocks.
Okay.
Be nice. She's a hippie. This chick is a crackhead.
Speaking of homeless people, we do a segment where we go on chat roulette. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it at all, but a couple episodes ago, we were going through an editing, and Sean, I didn't know we came across a celebrity on chat roulette. Did you?
Yeah. Well, I think you should just go ahead and play it.
Let's see.
Apparently, we came across Post Malone on chat roulette, and I didn't even know that until we were going back and editing. So check this out, guys. For copyright issues, some music we're gonna have to block out, but you guys will get the idea when you see him. What's up, man? You know Post Malone? Craft fan or something on a Budweiser can? Bud Light.
Oh, that's fucking funny, dude.
I hear you do one of them songs. Or one of them, oh, My Mama Cold, you know that one?
Which one?
My Mama Cold, I'm on TV. Now they resent me, you know that one?
Oh, that one by
All right, so we got Post Malone on there. I was shocked. Sean had no idea either. Paul had no idea. It's just you can find anyone on chat roulette. Apparently, we found a girl from Orlando with huge breasts that we had on a week ago. She claims to be a school teacher. It's fucking madness.
Dude, you got huge traps, bro.
Yeah, I've been working.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm not shaming. I'm sorry. Am I shaming you? You got big traps.
Colton looked good in a tie only.
Wait. Hold on. Go back 30 seconds because I couldn't hear what you guys were saying. I had my AirPods in. What'd you guys say? I know that ruins the show.
You have huge traps.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you got big traps.
Hear it again. You gotta hear it twice.
I'm glad we've said it 5 times now, and he's like,
I hate
okay.
to break it
Yeah,
to you,
what? Yeah.
have someone in this meeting that compliments me, and it's Paul Kilmer. So you've already lost your spot on that one.
Paul Kilmer. Paul kill himself. How about that?
Oh,
Okay.
All right, so listen,
No, it was funny. I like that. Dude, I love magicians. I wanted to be a magician, but I got fat fingers, so it didn't work out.
I think Paul
That's a good thing.
tried to get.
I'm realizing I could have been a magician after I saw Paul's hands. Yes.
Yeah.
all right, so here's the deal.
Okay to have me hooks.
This is the time of the show where we go on chat roulette. We try to recruit people, bring them on the show.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
But, but
But the problem is, 9 out of 10 people are jerking off ferociously. So,
10 out of 10 people are jerking off.
so they have.
We started in San Diego, and people are coming down.
So we have. They have this real cool blur feature that, for some reason, Chat Roulette just updated their system and decided to get rid of. So unfortunately,
Let's get Asher, dude. Asher Mack, get in here.
we don't
Hey, the one guy, the guy you did the Zoom with that said he puts his hands up, he said the blur was still there. Was he wrong or what?
on our end, dude, we don't have it. Are you guys on phones or are you on a computer?
We're on phone. I'm on a phone, but have you tried an alternative browser? Not that.
Go. If you have a computer near you, go to chatroulette.com and check if the blur feature's there. If it is, Sean and I got fucked beyond fucked.
Oh yeah, because then maybe they blocked your IP or something. Wow. All right, let's see.
My neighbor has a computer. I can go over his house if you want me to look.
If you don't mind going to your neighbor's house.
All right, yeah.
He's not home, brother.
But right now, on my other
Yeah,
monitor,
I don't see it. You're right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so they removed it. So here's the deal. We could end the live feed on Facebook and continue this out.
what are you guys doing? Hold on, I got somebody right now.
All right.
Hey, you know what would be cool, dude?
Oh shit!
Sean McCall, dude. He's so racist.
You could do it after. You could
Hold
like
on, guys, listen. I got chat roulette going on my other screen, and I just had a couple here, but nobody was listening, and I lost them.
Hey,
Now, now you know how I feel.
No.
Alexander.
What's
What
up, bro?
was left in your cooler?
Fuck yeah, dude.
So is this, and so is this, and so is this, and so is. I'm just doing the same beer bottle over and over at this point.
So Sean,
So
do
we have no drinking at our shows. You're not allowed to drink.
Yeah, dude.
That's the only requirement.
So they're not serving alcohol in the vehicles?
Yes, it's a 2-drink minimum from
Water.
your own car. We don't. That's the cool thing about our shows. Like, you could show up, you could just hang out in your car, finger bang your wife, watch comics, don't drink. Or you could get in your car, you could drink, you can get crazy, you could do drugs, you could be doing blow off the, the dashboard. It's whatever you want. It's your own comedy club that you bring to us, basically.
You build it, dude. If you want a bar in your trunk, that's your choice, dude.
And we do have an ambulance and a medic on site. We have an ambulance that showed up to our last 2 shows in San Diego. We have an ambulance shows up, and we have a male nurse, which is questionable, but he's a nurse.
Hey, check this
Whoa.
out. I got somebody here. What are you guys doing? You making meth?
Good. How are you? What are you up to?
It's pretty cool.
What is it? You're making meth? Can you show me where are you? Turn the camera back around. Ah. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, we cook meth for underage children.
I'm on a talk show right now.
You want to come on to our talk show?
We're waiting for a meth shipment.
What the hell is happening here? Did you steal the screen from me?
Yeah, sorry, I had some crack up there. Whoa, the audio's.
That Bluetooth's gonna give you cancer, bro. You gotta get wired headphones.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking die.
If I put on my glasses, it cancels it out. So
I see this chick on Facebook right now. She needs braces.
wait, Sean, what was going on your end? Because I had some crackhead who wanted to come on, and then you said you had someone.
Right now we have neither of them, so it doesn't matter. The fuck.
All right, let's give a quick shout out to Bart Sampson. If it wasn't for him, this live stream wouldn't be happening. But I think some rules need to be broken tonight because we didn't know Chat Roulette was going to get rid of their anti-blur feature. So
That's fucked up.
yeah, it's
Until we
very
figure
fucked
it
up.
out, we're not going to be able to do it.
All right, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we stop the live stream and then us boys take a trip around the block on Chat Roulette unfiltered, and then we can edit it and show the great people that are watching this after. What do you think about that?
Is this for masturbating? What are we gonna do on Chat Roulette?
Yeah, we're all
There-
jerked off together, dude.
There's a lot of that on there, and
They should call it Jerk Roulette then.
we used to have control over it, but now we have no control without that blur feature.
Look, bro, if you end up pushing the show, then you have your talk segment, and then you have the explicit content, bro. You need the Patreon for that chat roulette.
Yeah.
We already have that in the works, dog.
You understand it? There you go, bro. So yeah, we can go offline. Then you're not gonna get issues.
All right, Sean, what do you think?
Let's do it. We're gonna wrap this up,
Okay.
guys.
So, guys, plug your
Yeah.
shit one more time for people watching so they can go follow you and come to Drive Up Comedy.
I'm Jim Pine. You can follow me on Facebook at James Pine, and I think it says Jim Pine with it. J Pine Comic on Instagram. On Beaver Hunt, I'm Big Dick Pine, and on what's the gay one? Grinder.
Grinder.
Yeah, I'm Pine That Hole, dude. So
Someone's phone is blowing up.
Yeah, my bad, dude. I'm all
that's my
ghetto.
girlfriend.
Grinder
She's
was
a robot.
As soon as Grinder was mentioned, someone's phone
Yeah,
started
that was
blowing
my
up.
shit, dude. My phone has if I say Grinder, it just starts messaging dudes. You know, shout out Drive Up Comedy. You know, I'm
Oh, yeah.
comedy on Instagram. Drive Up Comedy. We support you. Doesn't matter. Bring your date. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter where you found them. Tinder, Bumble.
Dude, you're gonna try to fuck their date if they're a chick in their house.
Yeah. That's
Just
what
so
I'm
you
saying.
know, Alexander will fuck your chick.
I mean, Andrew David Parker is gonna get your girl in the mood. Come to the Drive Up Comedy.
All right, we're gonna end the show here. You guys stay on. We're gonna bring this. We're gonna end the live feed, but this is certainly we like to end the shit during the show. So Colton, don't just disconnect and end the meeting. Just make sure you just.
Yeah, no, we'll end it how we normally end it. So everybody on the count of 5, you do your material like you're on stage, and we talk over each other and do what we got to do. So on the count of 5, I'm going to count down, and everybody just get into your material, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
My
So the
cat
other
has
day,
AIDS,
walk off,
and
and